want you to sit around in the dark, do we? No, we don't. Ah. Oh, yes. Listen, do you know that you're going to have company tonight? Yes, you are. Are you ready for this? Raven, Alexander, Jameson, Swift. What do you think of that? Huh? Is that a mouthful? That's what I thought you'd sure do. It's a mouthful. Well, I got news for you. Yes, I do. Well, listen to this. I don't know what you're going to do when you meet her. Because she's a handful. I don't know what you're going to make of her. I got news for you. I don't know what I'm going to make of her either. You yawning? I'll tell you one thing. She wasn't very nice to your Uncle Logan. No. Hmm? Oh, boy. Go get Joey ready.
Hello.
Hi, Logan. It's April.
Well, hello. I was just thinking about you. Wondering how you were doing.
Oh, well, I'm doing all right. I was doing a lot better until the sun went down. The place got a little creepy again, you know.
I was afraid of that after what happened to you last night.
Yeah, well, I've only got one more left. I think I can get through tonight.
Sure you don't want me to come sleep on your sofa? I'll bring my shotgun, sleep with one eye open. You never know, I might bag an elf or a hobgoblin, something like that.
It's true, Logan. I have to tell you that I really appreciate it, but you've done too much for me as it is. Besides, I'm going to have some company tonight.
Oh, yeah, who?
Raven. She said she wanted to come over and see Julia.
Well, I guess that's better than no company at all. Listen, about tomorrow, have you made plans for any arrangements for getting into the city?
Well, there was nothing to arrange. The apartment's mine. All I have to do is move in.
Nobody's helping you?
Well, I didn't want to bother anyone. I'm not taking too much with me. I'm sure I can do it by myself.
Be there myself, except I've got this mayor's conference tomorrow morning, one of his pep talks on crime prevention. Then I'm going to go over to the hospital and pick up Jaimie, bring him home.
Yeah, well, I'll bet you can't wait. I'm real happy he's doing okay. And he'll be going. Listen, I got company. It's here now. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Okay. Hey, do me a favor. Huh? Get some sleep tonight. All right? Okay. Bye-bye.
You do? You turn around. You're such a big girl. Will you come in? I want you to be a real good girl for your Aunt Reuben, okay? All right. You be good now. Yes.
Hello. How are you? Good to see you. Oh, how can you stand this house? I mean, doesn't it just kill you being all alone? She is so adorable. Yeah. She looks just like Draper. I don't know how you can stand to look at her. Hey, I don't mean that. I don't mean that. Everybody should love to look at you, huh? Mm-hmm. You mind if I hold her?
Well, actually, Raven, she is really ready for bed. She's ready for bed about an hour ago, but I knew you wanted to see her.
She looks like she's ready for bed, yes. Maybe you better take her.
Yeah. Come on, sweetheart.
Then we can have a little talk, mommy to mommy, huh?
Yeah.
What about her crib? Do you have a nursery upstairs?
Well, we never quite finished the nursery, so I just put a bassinet in my room. Listen, help yourself to some wine or anything else you'd like. Right there.
Okay, you know me. I always make myself at home.
Julia said to say goodnight.
I've never seen this picture. It's kind of sad looking at it now.
Yeah. It's very sad.
You know, if I were you, I wouldn't have things like that around the house. At least not for a long time until I got over the pain.
Raven, I don't think it'll ever stop hurting.
Yeah, but being in this place makes it a lot worse, doesn't it? I was really surprised when you decided to move back here.
Well, I'm not going to be here for long. I'm moving out tomorrow morning.
Are you serious?
Mm-hmm. Moving into Margot's penthouse. Going to try sitting living again, this time in style.
You're kidding.
No.
Oh, that's amazing. That's wonderful. Well, that's good for me, too, because we'll be closer. What made you decide to move? You just got here yesterday.
Yeah, well, one day was enough. I was having some trouble sleeping here. To be honest with you, the place terrifies me. I'll be glad when tomorrow morning comes and I can move out.
Well, from the sound of it, you should move out right now.
Oh, I can't do that. I've still got packing to do. And I had people over at Margot's apartment today to, clean it all up. I want it to be perfect when Julie and I move in.
Mm-hmm. So, that means you're going to spend another night here?
Well, yes.
Well, actually, it's very silly of you to stay alone. I think I'll stay here tonight.
You what?
You heard me. I'll stay here. I'll sleep on the couch. Now, look, I don't want to hear another word. I'm my own agent. I don't have anybody at home. I don't have any obligations. So I'll stay here tonight, and I can help you move tomorrow.
Raven, that's ridiculous.
Oh, come on. I'll be real quiet. And then if you need someone tonight, I'll be here to help you. Please, April, please.
Oh,
I want to be useful, please.
I guess it's all right. I could use the company.
Great. It's a deal then. And we can sit around tonight and talk about our babies. Be a lot of fun.
Darn, they did get all this stuff out of it. No stains at all. Huh. Now, just a minute. Just a minute, please.
Surprise, boss.
Hello, Cliff.
I should say, surprise, client.
You just happen to be in the neighborhood?
I would like a little warmer reception, if you don't mind. I am working pretty hard on your behalf. I was going over these paternity cases here, and I came up with some pretty interesting precedents.
Really? What'd you find?
My lunch.
Your what?
My lunch, I found it. I thought I lost it. I must have put it in here with all these precedents. Looks like I'll be having fried chicken and Ritz. Maybe I'll find a strawberry torte in there or something, or a 7-lawyer cake, huh? You wouldn't happen to have a bottle of beer, would you?
Yeah, I guess so. Will that be enough? You won't require linen and silverware. I could whip you up a small dinner salad, I suppose.
Oh, no, that's okay. I'll be fine. I would like a bailiff of oats from a horse, though.
I'll forget you said that.
Yeah. How you doing? How are things down at the old office?
The place is just not the same.
Oh, I see. The kid must be okay. Expecting him to come back?
Yeah, I'm going to pick him up tomorrow morning right after the mayor's conference.
Oh. Well, I know it's tough on you, but I think you'll feel 100% better when this paternity suit is settled, and I don't want you to worry about a thing, because I'll be in there pitching for you all the time.
Well, that's nice to know, but the paternity suit is only half the battle. It's the second part that's the toughie, the custody suit.
Yeah. Your wife is going to put up a pretty good fight. It would be better if I knew more about her. What happened between the two of you. Can you give me some details?
I don't think the details are really that important at the moment, do you?
Look, I've got to know the enemy. Didn't Clausewitz say that?
Thought it was Vince Lombardi.
This is serious. You're expecting me to mount an attack against Raven when I know nothing about her, except that she's some terrific-looking enchantress. Look, I'm sorry. I hope you don't mind me talking about your wife that way.
Well, I never said Raven wasn't attractive, but then she almost has to be, doesn't she? Because she has nothing else to offer.
Wow, you really don't like her.
Look, let's get back to a lawyer-client relationship, can we?
Oh, sure, yeah. Here. She ever ask about me? We have met a few times.
Oh, yeah. You made a big impression on her, too.
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. She always says, give my best regards to what's-his-name.
Her best regards, huh?
Look, Cliff, I hate to be rude, but I'd like to ask you to finish your lunch and then head on home. If you need dessert, I'm sure you can find it in
Hey,
your own
just a
refrigerator.
minute. I need your opinion. This is your
Pick up some
paternity
ice cream
case, you
on the
know?
way home.
Here.
Right.
She's going out with that big, tall guy. What's his name, Elliot Dorn?
They're good friends.
Well, he is handsome, but, I mean, that's if you're going for that sculptured, chiseled look, you know? But he's got no personality. You know what I heard? He's taken that swank nightclub, the Unicorn, and he's turning it into a disco. He's got no taste either.
Cliff, I have things to do. Now, if you don't have legal business to talk to me about, I would appreciate it if we could have this meeting some other time.
All right, all right. I guess I am going to see you tomorrow afternoon, right?
Well, I'm going to see Mike tomorrow morning at the mayor's conference.
Oh, yeah, why?
He's the head of a couple of city commissions. Didn't you know that?
No, I didn't. Boy, that Mike Carr is something, you know. He knows everybody who's anybody in this town.
Oh, yeah, including Cliff Nelson.
Yeah. I do feel very important now. I am Mike Carr's associate. That's the smartest move I ever made, and I've got you to thank me for it.
Really, why?
Well, if you hadn't made things so tough for me over the DA's office, I'd still be there. And I wouldn't be half the lawyer that I am today.
Cliff, it's...
Yeah, I know, you got things to do. Well, I'll just take it. Oh, Mike wanted to call you today for something,
Really?
I don't know. Anyway, you were at the hospital, weren't you?
That's where I was. I'll call him later this evening. Thank you for telling me.
All right, okay.
Don't forget your case.
Oh, yeah. Right. Sorry. Look, if you, Oh, is this when I needed it? You want a pickle?
No, thanks.
If you, want to tell me anything about Raven, I mean, you know, you and her. Good night, boss.
So long. Oh, he's all yours now, Mr. Carr.
What do you say when you find a pickle in your refrigerator that's been there for a full year? I don't know. What? You sing Happy Birthday.
Kelly, oh, that's wonderful.
Really great. You're very talented.
You really think so? I mean, that's what everybody says when they see the Poco puppets. But they're generally friends or relatives.
Well, now, we're an audience now. I thought it was delightful.
But do you think it's professional? Do you think I can make a living at it?
Well, I'm sure you can. One of these days.
No, not one of these days, Uncle Mike. Now. I want to make my own living now.
Kelly, I don't understand the urgency. You're only 18.
Almost 19.
Oh, I have to admit that is an advanced age.
Yeah, well, any age is advanced these days, isn't it?
I'm not sure I know what you mean, Kelly.
Well, you know, nobody really knows how long they're going to be around, do they?
No, there are never any guarantees. But I don't know why that should bother you.
All you got to do is read the papers or listen to the news. The odds get worse all the time.
Oh, what odds?
Well, you know, Aunt Nancy. I mean, if the nukes don't get you, the pollution will. Or, you know, some stray virus or some crazy guy on a rooftop with a rifle.
Well, I don't think you can go through life worrying about every potential disaster.
Well, I don't mean that I worry all the time. Mom and Dad think it's exactly the opposite, that I don't worry about anything. It's just that, you know, the other day when my wallet was stolen, I got to thinking about the world we live in. It's not the safest planet in the world, is it?
No, it's the only one we've got.
Be it ever so humble. Kelly, I'm sure there's good reason for the younger generation to be concerned about the world we've made for
Yeah,
them.
but Uncle Mike, I mean, they're talking about reviving the draft now. Who knows? I might wind up in the Army. With my hands wrapped around a rifle. Instead of...
Oh, Mike, something tells me that Kelly isn't nearly as cheerful as his puppets are. Why?
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know what made me get into all of this. I guess I'm just anxious to get started on my career. That's all.
But you haven't completed your education, have you?
You mean college?
Nah, he hadn't. Didn't Dad write you about that?
Well, we've only heard bits and pieces over the years. You're going to have to fill us in on everything.
One thing I'd be curious to know is how you became involved with these puppets.
Well, I guess you can blame 3 people for that. Mom and Dad, of course, and Mr. Del Giorno. Well, as you know, Mom and Dad, they've traveled quite a bit. A year in South America, 2 years in France, a couple years in Saudi Arabia.
Well, your dad's a very busy man.
Yeah, I know, but being an only child, it wasn't that easy making friends.
I can understand that.
I'm not complaining or anything. It's not like I was neglected or something. It's just that not spending more than a couple years in the same place and the language difficulties, it wasn't that easy making friends. So I made my own.
The puppets.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. It was Mr. Del Giorno that gave me the idea. We met him in Naples. Dad was building an apartment complex at the time. Oh, I guess I was about 11, 10.
Well, who was Mr. Del Giorno?
A puppeteer, although I don't think he made a very good living at it. He had a traveling puppet show, but it grew out of fashion, and Mr. Del Giorno got sick. He was real old. Well, anyway, he showed me how to make the puppets and how to make them work. I got interested.
So you began creating your own puppets, and they became your friends.
Yeah, I guess you can say that, but it's more like I created my own friends, and they just happened to be puppets. Maybe that sounds crazy, but...
No, it doesn't. But, Kelly, I hope that you'll find friends here in Monticello.
Hello?
Ike, it's Logan. Cliff said you wanted to talk to me.
Oh, yes, I was trying to reach you earlier.
Well, what's up? Something to do with the case?
Oh, no. It has to do with that meeting the mayor called for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah.
I heard you were going to attend.
Well, I'm not attending, and neither is anyone else. It looks like that strike is going to take place tomorrow, so the mayor's canceled all his appointments. His deputy wanted me to tell you.
Wow. I mean, that's no problem at all. No problem. I've got much better things to do with my time. Much better things.
Charlie, put this sign outside so people won't think we went out of business.
I hope you know what you're doing, Mr. Dorn. I know this is your place, but it's also my job.
You're not losing your job, Charlie. You're protecting it.
I don't know. I realized the old place didn't make a profit, but I figured that was just temporary.
That was like being dead temporarily. Excuse me.
Look, a good, solid supper club will always make a profit, Mr. Dorn, but a disco, they open and shut like a Venetian blind. Do you remember the Purple Anteater?
Never heard of it.
Well, you see what I mean? It opened and shut within 3 months. Oh, sure, it was a big hit while it lasted. All the celebs came there. It became the in place. And all the other so-called beautiful people came there. But when they got tired of it, people emptied out of there like they were hollering fire.
Charlie, I'm not going to turn the new unicorn into a celebrity hangout. As a matter of fact, I don't give a damn if the beautiful people of Monticello come here or not. And for exactly that reason, they don't have the staying power.
How are you going to make any money?
Kids, Charlie. Young people. I happen to know something about young people. And I know that if something appeals to them, they're willing to spend the money to get it. Let me tell you something, Charlie. I'm going to own half this town and half the people in it. This is just the beginning. Get that book.
Unicorn. No, we were just... Who? Just a minute. Mr. Dorn. Is that lady in front of you?
No.
Hello, hot lips. Guess where I am?
And knowing you, I'm afraid to ask.
I'm in Oakdale. I'm at the Scott House.
So am I supposed to be surprised, shocked, or suspicious?
Look, April is upstairs asleep, and I am down in the living room alone, and I think that's where she keeps it.
Keeps what?
The letter, you dummy.
The letter that I gave her giving them permission to raise Jaimie. I'm going to get that letter, and I'm going to tear it into 1,000 pieces. Darling, my troubles are over, because I'm going to find that letter tonight.
this is Logan.
Oh, hi, Logan. How are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounds like I've called too late, but I just wondered if you still needed some help with that move tomorrow morning.
Oh, I thought you said you had a meeting.
I did, but the meeting has been canceled, so I'm free after all. I could come out there and help you and Julia get into town.
Oh, that's wonderful. But don't you have to pick Jaimie up at the hospital tomorrow?
Well, I didn't plan to be at the hospital before 10:30 or 11 anyway.
Oh, well, if you're sure, it'd make things a lot easier for me.
Okay, I'll be there as early as I can. You have a good evening, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Bye-bye.
That's wonderful. You pick him up at 11, and I'll pick him up at 9.